In this video, we're going to take a look at my profits for the month of July. How much money did I make? Which projects are making me the most money? So stay tuned and enjoy the video. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Eric here and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day and are doing well. Today we're taking a look at my list of projects, my portfolio. It doesn't actually include everything, but I wanted to give you guys an idea of some of the projects I have and how much each of those projects are generating and how much money have I lost on other projects. So if we just dive right into this Excel spreadsheet, yes, there are a whole lot of different numbers, but I'm going to break it down for you guys to make it a bit easier on your eyes. So USD Plus, which is overnight finance, I actually got rid of the entire position on there because I moved all of the funds into a different strategy on overnight finance, which is their ETS or their hedged strategies. And I put my $1,400 or $1,500 into that. So I moved that here sometime in July, and then over the last month or so I've made about $19 on this strategy, and that is a monthly gain of about 1.3% on my initial deposit, which is awesome. I love overnight finance. We've covered them multiple times on the channel. I'll leave a few links in the description below to some key videos on some of these projects just to get a better understanding of what's happening behind the scenes on these projects. But if we go ahead and we take a look at my overnight finance dashboard, you can just go ahead and hold USD Plus and basically get an average APY of about 8-9%. If we just toggle this to all here, it's roughly about 9%. But as we can see, I took out all of my money on July 7th from just holding USD Plus in my wallet, and I moved it over to their ETS strategy. And as we take a look at this performance tab, we can see that from August 1st to now, we have an average APY of about 47%. Yes, a lot more risks involved with this strategy as opposed to just holding USD Plus in your wallet. But as we can see, I've generated around $20 in the last month or so, with about $1,500 invested in this strategy. Now, if you want to join this strategy, let me know. Send me a comment or a message on Discord. There are limited spaces, so just let me know and I'll send you one of these invite codes. Now, if we move on and we talk about GLP and GMX, I have been loving this project, and I don't really see a bear market with this one because it has continued to go up and it's actually crazy. So I put in about $1,250 into GLP, which is the liquidity pool token of GMX. Right now, that is worth about $1,180. So I'm down around $70 on my initial investment on that. But we are gaining every single day. We are receiving more AVAX and more escrowed GMX. And as we see here, over the last month, I made about 0.9 AVAX and 0.31 escrowed GMX, which is around $38 if we take the current price of AVAX and GMX, which is about a 3.05% gain on my initial investment. And as we take a look at that, this is basically the GMX dashboard if you're providing GLP tokens. As we can see, the current price of GMX is at 43, so it has gone up. The price of GLP is actually at 0.82, so that's also gone up, and we can see the value of my GLP tokens right there. And here at the top right, you see I've earned in total 2.36 AVAX, which is worth around $65. That's all-time gains here. And then I also have more rewards down here. I have 0.98 escrowed GMX, which is worth about $42. So I'm definitely enjoying this platform, receiving some passive AVAX for providing GLP tokens to GMX's platform. And if we just take a look at GMX's price action, if we go to a 3-month chart, obviously we've seen the bear market have an impact on everything. But if we just take a look at the last month here, we've seen the price of GMX go from about $20 all the way to where we are now, which is around $40 to $43. So definitely GMX is one of my top projects. It's earning me passive rewards, and the price of GMX is also going up. And I do believe that the price of AVAX is going to continue going up. So if my 2.36 AVAX that I've earned passively, it's worth $65 now, but AVAX is only at about $28. So if AVAX goes back to $100, well then obviously this is going to be worth a lot more. So if we go back to my Excel spreadsheet, I haven't actually taken anything out of this project. The AVAX I could completely just take out and bring it to my wallet. The escrow GMX, there's a bit more to it where you have to vest it for a certain period of time before you're able to take it out. But all that to say is that I have made that much money, but the escrow GMX portion I can't take out in a heartbeat. Now, if we move on to some of these other projects, we have 0x block. I made about 25 0xb tokens, which is worth basically nothing at this time. We can see it's not even 1% over the last month, and I've made about $6. Again, I haven't taken anything out of this one. I have about 103 0xb tokens in total. That's worth $25, and I put in $720 in this one. So yeah, definitely not one of my best projects, but again, who knows what's going to happen in the future. I haven't actually been following up with them, so I'm not going to trash any of these projects. Again, bear market happened, the whole space kind of shifted, and that's just one of these projects that obviously did not do as well as I expected it to do. Now, if we go on to helium, this is another one of these projects. I mean, I have a helium miner. Over the last month, I mined 2.2 helium, which is absolutely disgusting because that is a 3.3% monthly gain. And right now, my total amount of helium is around 9.9, and that's worth about $87. So again, if you're trying to get in helium mining, definitely don't go for that route because it's absolutely despicable and you're not going to make a whole lot of money on it. Now, if we jump on over to Walrus, as you guys can see, I put in about $440 in this one. Over the last month, I made about 81 LP tokens. We're going to take a look at how much that is. That's roughly about 25% over the last month, which is great. So far, I've taken out about $138. I've put back about $46 in it. And as we can see, my total gains are about $295. That's because if we go on to Walrus, I have about $111 I can claim here, or I could compound. I'm probably gonna claim, but what I'm waiting on is we've seen a huge dip in the price of Walrus. So right now it is below peg, so I don't necessarily want to withdraw and claim this right now. I'm kind of just gonna wait. Hopefully Walrus can go back above peg, as well as Grape is also below peg. I believe it's around 73 cents, so it's a bit better than Walrus right now. But again, my position, I have $111 I can claim right now, but I may just wait for it to have a bounce in order to make a bit more money before claiming. Now, if we talk about the tavern, I mean, there's not much to talk about. I've made 35 mead over the last month. That is worth about $2, and that is all I want to say about that project. Now, if we talk about MDB Plus, I love this project. It's basically the stable portion of the Make DeFi Better project. And over time, I've been invested with this one for about 2 months now, and I put in $445 at the start. And right now that money is worth about $517. And over the last month, I made about $14 on this. And in total, I've made about $72 on it. And again, I made a full video on how it actually works. I'm going to leave that in the description below. But if we connect our wallet to the MDB platform, as we can see, this MDB Plus is worth $517. You can go ahead, buy and sell and do whatever you want off of their dashboard. So right now, the price of MDB Plus is around $1.16. And when I initially invested in it, it was around $1.08. So it's gone up about 8 cents in the matter of 2 months. Again, you're not going to make millions on this one, but it's a very efficient way, in my opinion, to make a bit of passive income. Again, it's not financial advice, just showing you guys some of these projects that, yes, you can potentially make a lot more money, but there's a lot more risks to it, as we've seen with some of these earlier node projects. And then you have some safer assets in the case of USD Plus and MDB Plus. You can see you can make some passive income, but you're not going to make millions overnight. So if we talk about the next project, we're going to take a look at Chronos nodes. Over the last month, I made about 188 Chron tokens. And what I've been doing is I've been actually claiming these and then I've been converting them into Crow. So I'm bullish on Crow. I don't necessarily want to just hold Chron. So what I've been doing is I'm taking my Chron, swapping it over to Crow. And again, I am really excited to see what happens with this project. With the current market conditions, obviously it's not great. They do have some stuff in the making with their decks and with some of the utilities that are supposed to be coming out with these nodes. Again, I'm just continuing to take profits because at one point in time, you kind of have to just take profits. And as we can see, in total, I've taken about $640 in profits off of this project. So obviously a profitable project for me, but my strategy with this one is just to continue taking some profits along the way and obviously staying up to date with their ecosystem and making sure I don't miss anything. So if we talk about vapor nodes, I have just been continuously compounding my VPND. I have about 44,000 VPND, as we can see here. No, I can't actually take any of this out. So even though I say there's an all-time gain of about $155, this money I can't really take out because I've just reinvested in the project. So my stance on VPND and vapor nodes, again, they have their decks coming. So I'm just going to be patient and wait to see how it all works. They are going to bring staking as well. So again, this project is definitely ongoing. And to me, when I invested my $200 in this one, I was like, okay, I'm just going to invest this. If I lose it, I lose it. And as we can see, I've just been compounding. So I haven't taken anything out and we're just going to ride this wave. Now, Titano is the same thing for me. I haven't taken any profits out. I'm actually still up, which is quite surprising because the price of Titano is down significantly. I put in $150. It's now worth $213. So I've made about $60 if you want. And my plan with Titano, very similar to VPND. I'm just going to hold it, continue getting Titano tokens, and then hopefully something happens with this ecosystem. It can turn around and who knows, maybe the price goes up eventually. Now, if we talk about another project I really like, we're talking about Presearch. I actually made a video, a full in-depth video about my position on it. But over the last month, I made about 5%, which is equal to roughly $32 in profits. I put in $780 now. Yes, the price of Presearch has gone down a bit, but we can still see that I have about $700 in terms of my Presearch tokens, and I'm continuing to get passive income on a day-to-day basis. And if Presearch does well, and if the price of Presearch goes up, well, I'm obviously going to be making more money. But in total, I've made about 458 Presearch tokens over the last month, and in an all-time gain, I've made about 575 Presearch tokens in about a month and a week or two. Now, if we move on and we talk about Penrose, as you guys know, I'm super bullish on the Spherian ecosystem. I'm invested in Sphere, I'm invested in Penrose, Dystopia, providing liquidity. So here we see my two positions. I put in $1,100 on this pool here, which is USD Plus and USDC, and then another $500 on Matic and Dist. So over the last month, I made about 2,600 Pendist tokens, as well as around 3,600 Pen tokens. And if we take a look at Penrose, we can see that I have another $20 I can claim, which is basically another 417 Dist tokens, 450 Pen tokens. And if we take a look at the positions I'm providing liquidity to, we're taking a look at these two. Again, this one here is a stable pool, so you're not going to be losing money really because there's no impermanent loss, and the value of USD Plus is pegged to USDC, so that that amount is definitely not going to change much. And as we can see, I've been providing liquidity for about 2 months in this pool, and it's still around $1,100, if not even more, because I've made a bit of money on it. Now, obviously, this pool, the Dist and Wrapped Matic, is a volatile pool. I put in $500. I only now have $300 in this pool, but this one here is providing me an APY of about 245%, which is crazy, and obviously generating me a lot more revenue than that other pool. So my plan behind Penrose, every time I do have a considerable amount of tokens, I just go ahead and lock that back into the platform. So that's why all of the money I've made, the $194, is basically just reinvested in the platform in order to allow me to vote for the pools I'm providing liquidity to, in order to boost the revenues I generate. Now, if we talk about liquid capital, I put in $400 in this one. It's an auto staking, auto rebasing protocol. Right now, it's worth about $414, so nothing much has happened, although I have gained about 600 tokens from it. I started off with 4,000 tokens, and there is quite a bit of a sell tax right now. I do believe it's around 26%. So again, this is just one of these other projects I'm going to buy and hold, and who knows what the future holds. I do like their LMS system, which is a liquidity management from Horde that they're using for their token price. So there's a lot of good things with this project, which is why I'm just going to buy and hold and see what happens. Now, we also have Avion, which is another rebasing project. I put in $200 in this one. Right now, it's actually worth $1,090. So I've definitely made a lot of money on this one, but I can only cash out 10% per day, or even less if you don't wait 7 days. If not, you can only cash out 1% per day. So I haven't taken any profits out yet. I am very curious to see what's going to happen next with Avion. They are using another liquidity management system. It's not the same as Horde, but it's another one. And if we just go ahead and take a look at its token chart and we just understand what's happening, what are they doing with that liquidity manager they have. If we take a look at this and we go to, let's say, a day chart, we can see it's been hovering around the same range or so, which is, I believe they said it's around $1.50 to $2.25. So that's another project that's very interesting in my opinion. And lastly, we have Bloomify, which I have about $200 in there. I do have a referral link. I'm trying to build out a team on Bloomify where you get a basically 1% daily on this one. And that is another project that I'm super excited about. So that is basically a snapshot of my portfolio. Again, it doesn't include every single project I have on there. It doesn't include other coins that I also have or other tokens that I also have. But in a nutshell, we can take a look that the current amount that I invested in these projects is around $10,800. The current value is around $8,500. So I'm still down a bit on the initial investment. But we can also see that the total amount that I've gained, not necessarily profited, is around $2,300. And of course, we can see the profit taken, which is around $800. But I have a lot of profits that are just sitting on some of these projects, which I could take out if I wanted to. So with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.